Time for some, parenting discussion. Now we have Aderonke Faseru, the Creative Director of Manners and Conduct Characters and Leadership Center. She's an astute character development coach who started her career in internal audit within the banking sector after qualifying as a chartered accountant. Now her interest in compliance and control gave birth to her dream of building systems, managing policies, and developing work cultures that promote excellence and encourages commitment. Now, she is here to discuss the amazing topic, diversity quotient versus social intelligence. Yeah, it's happy to have you here.
Thank you so much, Edgar. Happy New Month, by the way.
Happy New Month, yes. Happy New Month. I just want to go straight into it. Okay, so which is more important to a child's future? Is it teaching them to be tough, or teaching them to, be more social, meet more people, know more people? Which would you say is more important to a child's future?
All right. Thank you so much, Edgar. It's always a pleasure to be on Wake Up Nigeria.
Yes.
And I love today's topic, by the way.
Okay.
All right. So to answer your question, let me just say what the key difference is between both of them.
Please go ahead.
So adversity quotient is that variable, is a quotient, so it measures, is that variable that checks how much a child is able to bounce back. Since we're talking about children, permit me to use more of children.
Please do. Yeah. I'm sure a lot of parents will be watching.
Okay, so that's the variable that checks how well a child is able to bounce back from a problem, or maybe move an obstacle, see the opportunity in any obstacle, while social intelligence helps in adaptability. So sometime in January, I came across this research that was mind-blowing. It had to do with critical factors for success, and there were 4. So there was emotional intelligence, there was social intelligence, adversity quotient I was seeing for the first time, and then there was academic intelligence. Now, so these were the ratios, and then I'd like you to tell me which of them had what ratio. So there was a 10%, there was a 40%, there was a 30%, and there was a 20, altogether giving you 100. So which of them do you think had a 10%? Would it be academic excellence, adversity quotient, social intelligence, or emotional intelligence?
I would say emotional intelligence.
Okay, so sorry to disappoint you. Because of time, let me just help you out.
All right, go ahead.
Emotional intelligence had a 40.
Ooh.
Yes. Social intelligence had a 30. Adversity quotient had a 20. And academic excellence had a 10.
Wow.
I dare say academic excellence is the foundation. I mean, that's something everybody should have. But academic excellence is very limiting.
True.
There are so many adults that are successful but not responsible. And for you to be responsible, then, I mean, it's just about putting all your variables together. So adversity quotient, for me, I would say is good for parents to introduce that early. So when children come across issues as they grow into adulthood, they don't just cave in and say, I'm not doing it. I wouldn't like to refer to what I saw recently on social media, but because I've seen a lot of people coming out there to put their pain out there, which is not wrong. I mean, you can't tell someone how to cry, how to share their pain, all right? But we can teach adversity quotient early enough. Let us help our children to see opportunities in obstacles, because obstacles are everywhere. And then social intelligence just helps with adaptability, because whatever money can buy, relationship can buy more.
Oh, wow. Whatever money can buy, relationship can buy more. That's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep. Yeah. All right, so I asked a question earlier, and I was just saying that, for a child's success, for his child's future, rather, which is more important?
Okay, so I'm sorry I missed that. I would say adversity quotient is critical for a child's success, because as the child puts in all the effort, when you teach dreams, you teach goals, you've got to teach resilience, because there are factors inherent in any goal that wouldn't make that goal happen. Those factors are just there, you get to a point and then it breaks. So adversity quotient for me is a lot more critical than social intelligence. However, these tools are needed at different times.
But I mean, there are people who say, like, who you know is better than working hard these days. I mean, so wouldn't you say that works as well for a child?
No, I would say a big no to that.
Okay.
Because I am a strong advocate for skills. I believe so much in skills and competence. I believe in proficiency. I like seeing people stand out as masters in their own fields. I know connection works, so I like to say, if you have the opportunity, if the door is open, what would you do with the relationship? So many people get to points and they're unable to manage the relationship. That's why there's something called human capital and there's something called social capital. They don't mean the same. You know, in school we're told that there are just 4 factors of production: land, labor, capital. But now we know that that capital is huge. You've got to break it into a number of factors to help you stand up strong. So I would say adversity quotient is critical, but social intelligence is also very important.
All right, a couple of, you know, I was reading a story the other time about parents and how they always want to make sure their children come first in class, they are the best in class in school, and they're really upset. You know, this story I was reading about this mother who got upset because her daughter, was second for the first time in a long time. She was always first, and then she got second, and she got upset that, oh, you're not doing well as you used to. You know, what was your take on that?
Okay, so Edgar.
Yeah.
Were you always coming first in school? Were you top 5?
In
primary school?
In primary school, I was top 5. Wow.
Okay, top 5 from the front. Maybe I should be more specific.
I was not top 5. I didn't really, you know, I was not, to be honest, I wasn't top 5.
Let me not put you on the spot. Okay, so I know that parents love the A's. Now we hear A stars, we hear A plus. Parents want to brag about these things, but it's important to put it out there that academic excellence is sometimes limiting and sometimes it's distracting. So I feel schools that still carry on the whole charade of advertising the top 5, I wonder what they do. Grades. I wonder how what kind of metrics they use to measure other qualities of other children that are not celebrated on that day. So I'm not undermining. I mean, either we like it or not, life is competitive, and it's good to know where you stand, so you know the kind of effort you need to put in. But I like metrics that are not just quantitative but also qualitative. I like metrics around being resourceful, being polyvalent, your ability to do a number of things and do them well. I like to see awards around children who take corrections. So it shouldn't always be about academic excellence. Yes, while we celebrate the A's, character without academics is very, very limiting. One more time.
All right, that's brilliant. Now, do you think that kids or children raised in comfort do not experience resilience? Because you have kids who are probably like raised on the streets, or let me not say on the streets, hard times. They've grown to learn, you know, resilience. Do you believe that? Because this is a buzz in social media. They are saying, oh, if you're raised in comfort, you know, you wouldn't be able to do so much. What do you think about that?
So I think
comfort a disadvantage?
No, I think that's a big myth.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's why the child who's not privileged sees the rich man's son as spoiled. That's why most of us see some rich people, and I think that's not true. So it takes principles to raise real hardworking and responsible men, and if some privileged families still insist on their principles, so that would just mean their children would learn resilience as they grow. So I've also seen a lot of underprivileged people raise very poorly resilient children. So it's not a factor of social status, it's a factor of principles and when you introduce them. If you start early, you might be able to have very resilient children, because if there are problems around 1,000, the problems around 1 billion. So resilience is needed at every level. There are problems that are not even close to monetary that require resilience. So I'd say it's still a myth. Everybody should go back to their houses, shut their doors, and do the work.
That is deep. Everyone should go back to their houses and do the work. There is a lot to learn.
Yes.
But that is all that we can take at the time. I think what I would probably do is, you know, because I'm planning to get married very soon. All that is left is the girlfriend. Every other thing is ready. So I think I'll probably just meet you after this, and then we can talk more and then learn more about this. Thank you so much for this time, and that is all that we can take.
Thank you for being a fantastic host.
Thank you so much. Please do not go anywhere. We still have the show. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. Do not go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back.